Hello everyone, Joben here with the progress report for Dolphin for March 2017. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first off, the long-awaited GPU texture decoders got merged, which increases the broad performance of Dolphin. I'll talk more about that later on. So besides a general performance increase, the most notable thing to come out of this is the Wii Shop Channel support, which means that if you're on a Wii operating system, like being played through Dolphin, and you go to the Wii Shop Channel, you can seriously go there and buy games. Like, it's not a joke, and it seems to work perfectly fine. You still have to have a real Wii U, and basically what this does is it's a way to save all your Wii games. So if you bought something on your Wii back in like say 2007, well, Dolphin is basically acting as your Wii now. So anything that you bought on that, you can play on in Dolphin. So it's completely interchangeable between both Dolphin and the Wii. So that's pretty cool. And everyone is saying that it appears to be working fine. So, hey, you might want to go there and try it out. I don't think I ever purchased anything personally through the Wii Shop, but it's still a pretty cool thing to see. The next main change is implementing the bounding box on systems without SSBO. SSBO being an acronym for the Shader Storage Buffer Object. So, what this means is that since Apple never supported OpenGL 4.3 and thus the implementation of SSBO, any game that uses this SSBO doesn't work on like any Mac computers. So that's fixed. So now you can play games like Paper Mario on your Mac. It's actually pretty cool because this was actually designed by a Mac OS user that just got like completely tired of having to deal with this, and he did it all by himself, which is like really cool to see. As Mac users can now play some more games out of Dolphin's library, and as you can see from this bar graph here, whenever a GPU does have SSBO, it leads to a lot higher frame rates. But chances are that your GPU already supports this SSBO. As it says right here, the only users likely to not have one that supports SSBO are these Mac OS users. So it really won't change anything unless you're using a Mac. Okay, so this next one is pretty interesting. It's correcting negative viewport dimensions. So essentially what this is that natively Wii U games have a positive width alongside a negative height. And so what Dolphin did was it would just make it positive again. And because this game already had a positive viewport, Dolphin wouldn't invert it. So they fixed that, and now Jimmy Johnson, anything with an engine, now appears to be playing correctly. So the next big change is they discovered that the USB pass-through support that was implemented back in February isn't quite perfect yet. And although it works flawlessly on Linux, there is still a few issues left with Windows. And so they're basically at a point where they're not entirely sure how to work with the libUSB. So what they're really trying to do right now is try to find some people that may have some experience with this, as it seems it's not really an area a lot of people have an expertise in. So if you are watching this and have great experience with libUSB and you would like to help out the Dolphin project, make sure that you go and get in contact with them. Okay, so moving right along. As for this GPU texture decoder, it's essentially a hack where it'll shift the texture decoding from the CPU to the GPU. This is a good thing because since emulation is so CPU based and basically everything depends on how fast your CPU is, because everything is being sent through the CPU, any sort of like stress you can take off that CPU and send to somewhere else like your GPU you're going to be saving yourself a lot of processes that are run on that CPU so that you can use the CPU for other things. So it's basically shifting the focus of a process that's being done on your CPU to something that's being done on your GPU. And as you can see here from this chart, there's a general increase for everybody. It's going to be more beneficial for people who have a very good GPU, but not that very good of a CPU. The next thing is that since GameCube and Wii games are typically played at Wii and GameCube games were never really meant to render at such high resolutions, and so that whenever Dolphin renders at higher resolutions, it leads to a pixel sintering issue. And so basically, what this hack does is it fixes any issues that this may cause. So as you can see here, Mario Kart 8 has a line fixed, and Shadow the Hedgehog has some lines fixed, as well as Silent Hill, which was the original issue that they were having. So having this new offset makes things work just as well as they would with the normal internal resolution. That is it for the progress report of Dolphin for March 2017. They went from version 5.0-2686 all the way up to 5.0-3281. As always, the link to this progress report will be in the description. And thank you all for watching.